Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hai. Welcome back to Memrozas channel. Today we are going to talk about poem and poetry, seri bahasa dan sastra Inggris lintas minat kelas 11 SMA MA, and we are going to talk about literal versus figurative language. Sebelum kita mulai, intro dulu. Okay, today our topic is about poem or poetry, and we are going to talk about figurative language. Series Bahasa dan Sastra Inggris lintas minat kelas 11 SMA MA. And our tujuan pembelajaran for today is mengidentifikasi majas, simile, hyperbole, metaphor, and personification. Well, before we come to figurative language, I want to make sure that you understand the difference between literal language versus figurative language. Literal language means that you say exactly what you mean. You make no comparison and you don't exaggerate or understate the situation. And for figurative language, you don't say exactly what you mean. You do compare, you exaggerate, and understate the situation. You use similes, metaphors, hyperboles, and other figure of speech to make your writing more exciting. And figurative language mostly used in literary work. For example, like in poem or poetry, song, short story, in a play or drama. Okay, we will analyze whether this sentence is literal or figurative language. Let's read together. Sentence number 1. Grant always turned in his homework. Kalau dalam bahasa Indonesia, Grant selalu mengerjakan PR-nya. Kira-kira, do you think this is literal or figurative language? Yeah, you're right. This is literal language. Maknanya si Grant ini selalu mengerjakan PR-nya. Sentence number 2. The water was rising in the river because of the rain. Airnya di sungai itu naik atau meluap karena baru saja hujan. From this sentence, we can actually directly conclude that this sentence means a literal language. The next sentence is, when she sings, her voice is like velvet. Nah, ketika dia bernyanyi, suaranya itu terdengar seperti semerdu sutera. Nah, kalimat ini membuat perbandingan antara suaranya dengan sutera. So, I believe that you know that this is a figurative language. Tapi majas apa nanti kita terangkan lebih lanjut. Okay, next. I'm so hungry that I could eat a horse. Lapar ya, tapi apakah kita bisa makan seekor kuda? Wow, I know that you understand that this is actually figurative language. Nah, majas apa yang kita pakai di sini? Nanti kita terangkan lebih lanjut. And the last sentence, the zebras cried when the wise old elephant died. Wah, kalimatnya zebranya menangis ketika seekor gajah yang bijaksana mati. Kira-kira bisa nggak ya zebra itu nangis? Literal atau figurative language? Oh, Anda tepat sekali. Ini adalah figurative language. The last sentence is, I have told you a million times to clean up your room. Wow. Is it literal or figurative language? Kita bahas dulu ya. Ada kata a million times to clean up your room. Wah, kira-kira bisa nggak ya? Kita itu ngomong berjuta-juta kali dalam satu hari untuk menyuruh membersihkan ruangan. Nah, jadi dari makna ini bisa kita simpulkan bahwasanya ada majas yang dipakai atau figurative speech yang dipakai, dan itu kita sebut dengan hiperboli atau melebih-lebihkan. Mudah-mudahan bisa sedikit dipahami ya antara literal dengan figurative language. Based on the example that I have already given before, I want to emphasize about figurative speech, atau biasa juga kita sebut dengan majas. Nah, kalau dalam bahasa Indonesia kita sebut dengan majas ya. Dalam bahasa Inggris kita sebut dengan figure of speech. And today we are going to talk about 4 figure of speech. The first one is simile. Second one, hyperbole. Next, we are going to talk about metaphor. And the last one, we are going to talk about personification. I will explain one by one. Okay, number 1, simile. Simile means comparing two unlike things using the word like or as. Jadi dalam simile ini kata kuncinya adalah penggunaan kata like atau penggunaan as. Let's see the example here. Her eyes were like stars. Jadi ada yang dibandingkan antara matanya seperti bintang, ya. Ada 2 hal yang dibandingkan, yaitu matanya dengan bintang dengan menggunakan kata like. Next, Susan is as gentle as a kitten. Ya, ada kata as di sini, so we can conclude that this one is simile. Next, figure of speech is hyperbole. It means an exaggeration, so dramatic. No one could believe it. Overstate to emphasize the point. Let's read the sentence below. This bag weighs a ton. Tas ini beratnya 1 ton. Nah, is it possible? I don't think so, because the bag is only consists of some fruits like banana, strawberry, and other things. And I don't believe. So we can conclude that this is hyperbole atau melebih-lebihkan. Next. I have told you a million times to clean up your room. Yeah, your mom, if she get angry to you, she will use this sentence. I have told you a million times to clean up your room. Is it possible that your mom will talk a million times? So that's the reason why you call that this sentence is hyperbole. The next figure of speech is metaphor. It means that comparing two unlike things without using like or as. Calling one thing another and then saying one thing is something else. Nah, bedanya dengan simile adalah yang tadi itu menggunakan like atau as. Nah, kalau untuk metafor tidak menggunakan like atau as. Let's see the following sentence. He is a lion when he fights. Nah, ada 2 hal yang dibandingkan di sini, yaitu antara seseorang dengan lion. Nah, untuk membedakan antara simile dengan metafor, bisa kita lihat ada to be di sini yang dipakai, yaitu is. Ya, he is a lion when he fights. Sebenarnya kita bisa juga menjadikannya ini simile dengan menggunakan he likes a lion when he fights. Tapi karena ada kata he is di sini, maka majas ini yang kita sebut dengan metafor. Okay, the next sentence is her eyes were sparkling emeralds. Ada 2 hal yang dibandingkan di sini antara her eyes dengan emeralds. Jadi matanya itu seperti zamrud. Ya, ada 2 hal. Ya, jadi we can conclude that this sentence is metaphor. The last sentence is my love is a red rose. Cintaku seperti bunga mawar yang merah. Nah, okay, I believe that you understand about metaphor. Next, Personification means giving human characteristic to things that are not human. Maksudnya kita menggunakan karakteristik atau sifat-sifat manusia kepada benda-benda yang bukan manusia. Let's see the example below. The angry flood waters swept the house. Air banjir itu menerjang rumah. Nah, jadi ada kata slap di sini. Slap itu biasanya menampar ya. Kegiatan menampar itu usually is done by human, dilakukan oleh manusia. But now this sentence is used for angry flood water. So we can conclude this one is personification. The next sentence is the sun smiled down on us. Mataharinya tersenyum kepada kita. Nah, ada human characteristic in this sentence that is smile. Smile is a thing that which is can be done by human. But in this sentence, we use it for the sun. Okay, I believe that you understand about personification. Exercise. Okay, please decide whether this sentence is personification, simile, or metaphor. Sentence number 1. The street cars are like frosted cakes covered with snowflakes. Jawabannya apa ya? What is the answer? You are right. This is simile because we use the word like. Sentence number 2. The west wind danced down the road. Okay, you're right. This is personification because there is word dance in here. It means that an activity used by human, but it is used by the west wind. Next sentence. A train is a dragon that rolled through the dark. Just apa ya, atau figure of speech apa ya yang dipakai di sini? You're right. This is metaphor because you compare a train with a dragon. Sentence number 4. She is as tiny as a mouse. This is simile because you use the word as. And the last one, her blonde hair shine like the sun. This sentence is simile because it used the word like. Okay, that is our exercise for today. Well, that is the end of our lesson today. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe my channel. If you have any question, leave the comment below. See you in the next video. Have a nice day. Bye-bye. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.